Hello, I'm Jillian Anderson, and I'm your instructor in English 104 this semester. I wanted to go over a few things that we've been talking about in discussion boards and reading journals, because I want to make sure that you understand a couple of key concepts. The first thing I want to talk about briefly is argumentation. When you argue in the academic sense, it's not like having an argument with somebody where there's a winner or a loser. For instance, we've probably all had experiences where we've argued with a family member or a friend about what we're going to watch on TV. And in that instance, there's usually a winner and a loser, unless you can come to a consensus about watching a particular show. When you argue, though, in the academic sense, you're trying to build an argument that's based on facts to convince the other person or another group of people that your position is the better position, or it's a better position than somebody else's position on the same issue. We'll talk about this more as we get into the semester. The second thing I want to talk about very briefly is narrowing your topic. A number of you came up with some pretty good responses about what it means to narrow a topic and why you need to narrow a topic. The most important thing about this is that if you do not narrow your topic, you'll find that you have too much information that goes off in too many directions for you to be able to complete a 6 to 8 page research paper, which is what you're going to be doing in this class. For instance, if you were going to write about if you wanted to write about medicine in America, that would be a topic that would be too broad. How do you know that? Well, because there are a number of subtopics in medicine. You could talk about reform in healthcare. You could talk about ethics in medicine. You could talk about a particular branch of medicine. So you see, there are a number of subtopics, and you couldn't talk about just medicine, okay? I'm going to consult my notes here so I won't forget anything. The final thing, I do want to mention something, and that is, if you want to look at argumentation and get some idea about how it works, actually, some of these shows on TV, like Judge Judy, and some of these shows will actually demonstrate how people build an argument based on fact. Now, I know what you're saying. There's usually a winner and a loser. But if you look at how the judges in these cases make decisions, you will see that they make those decisions generally based on facts and evidence. And so you should think of your work in that way. You want to come up with facts and evidence to support your argument. If you don't do that, your reader's not going to take you very seriously. We'll return to this topic a number of times over the semester. Right now, though, I want to wrap up this discussion by talking about the contrast and compare paper that you're going to be doing very shortly here. To contrast is to show how two things are different. Two or more things are different. To compare is to show similarities between two or more things. And I want to give you an example. During World War II, as we all know, both Hitler and Stalin murdered millions of people. So they have that commonality, those similarities that they were both vicious dictators who killed millions and millions of innocent people. But a difference between the two that you can look at, or that you could consider, is the reasons they killed. Okay? Hitler killed people really based on ethnicity. As we all know, unfortunately, he killed many, many Jewish people. Very sad. But he killed people other than Jews. But generally, his killing was based on ethnicity. He wanted to have some kind of a perfect a race, and in his mind that meant eliminating people from other races. If you look at Stalin, Stalin killed people basically because of their ideologies. People did not agree with Stalin about certain things, and as a result, Stalin had them killed. Now, in your contrast and compare paper, I've set the topic, and I encourage you to please look at this assignment and make sure that you understand what I expect. But you will be looking at how two different news organizations cover the same news report on a particular topic. But I wanted to give you the Hitler-Stalin example so that you could sort of see how you can contrast and compare these two men. If you have questions about this assignment or anything else in the course, I encourage you to contact me. You can phone me at my office or email me. If you need to meet with me face-to-face, you could come by my office. If you don't live in this area and you need to see me, then we can arrange to do something in the chat room, on Blackboard, or something like that. We'll work something out. I hope you're having a good semester. Please don't hesitate to ask me questions, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening.